Come on.
Hello. Hello. I'll fix the green screen now. How are we all doing today? I had to make a very quick t-shirt change, and the first one I grabbed just says Prague. Apparently, the blue t-shirt I was wearing, it gets a bit angry with the green screen, so... I had a plan. Vaguely. Yeah, we're gonna need to give the cows, like, a lot more food. And the cats, all good, all good. Let's turn down the master volume just a nudge. Assume I updated the map. Yes. I did make sure and update the map, so that's all good. I actually as well need to... So we got a small bit of kind of admin-y work to do today. I have hired workers out actually working the fields, but there's a small bit of admin kind of stuff to do. Where did I put the bale trailer? Oh, I know. I abandoned it up at the... yeah. I abandoned it up at the placeable area because I was getting annoyed with it. So you got the McCormick out in the field seeding there. It's putting down some barley. We have the John Deere rolling in field 3. Field 23 is harvested, limed and fertilized. So that's all sorted. Today's plan is kind of it was just going to be to seed and stuff, but I kind of realized just as I was starting that more hay wouldn't be a bad idea to have. And more silage wouldn't be a bad idea to have. You can sell those crops now that you could. Yeah. It shouldn't have been an issue in the first place, Steam Fan. I'm going to be a bit more brutal than usually. It shouldn't have been an issue in the first place. That's all down to Oxy's testers just not testing properly. It's rare that I'll, say something like that, but it is down to his testers not testing well enough at the end of the day. So the bale trailer should be over by... Is that it there? It could easily have been avoided, and that's what testing should be for. If you're missing stuff like that, you're not testing well enough. End of the day, that like, I'd like to be, nice and say, oh well, mistakes happen, but at the end of the day, Right. So we have some jobs to do today. Different jobs than I'd originally planned at that. Because first we need to move the bales out of field 31. Then we need to move the bale wrapper out of field 31. And we're gonna make... Sorry, I'm thinking, is there a better way than I was planning to do this? So, what, is that a Crystal 171? Good downgrade from what I got. What I want to do is make more hay and silage, basically. And we are going to tap into the big... Mistakes happen, but yeah, they should be learned from. That's something that if I'm testing the Oxy map and that's a problem in Calmsden, the very, 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 very first thing I'm doing on the next map is testing the sell points. You make a mistake, fine. It's got to be the first thing you test on the next map. Just so that you know it's definitely done. And that they're definitely working. There's... That's the way I do it anyway. Other people might, test it at some point, but I always do it first just to me. Why am I going this way? I just realized there's an autopilot to field 23. That chap would wearing flip-flops, yeah. Also, ow. I know that best practice is wearing like steel toe boots if you're chopping wood, because axes tend not to be able to slice through steel toe caps. Do I actually hang on? Sorry, bear with. So I only need silage for TMR. There we go. And now we theoretically pick up the bales. Hang on, let's just make this look a bit more legit. There we go. Now they're not just hovering off to one side. Transporting position. Actually, I can unload the bales there and strap them down. Good. Correct positioning also helps. Yeah. Those bales look like grassy malt loaf. It's not too far removed from what they are, to be fair, Steve fan. Like, it's 96,000 litres of silage, so... Cormac's getting on well. I like how the gears in this go from crawler to medium, by the way. Like, it's like, oh, you want to go super slow? Okay, now you want to go fairly fast. No, but I want to go slow still. I just want to grunt. Right. Let's grab the Jacob. Is there a tractor with a normal 6-speed gearbox? Not likely, no. Here's hoping I can carry 2 of these. Little JCB just bossing the silage bales. Okay, so if I start this pile over here, Excuse me, could you... Hey, Alex. Don't worry about being late, dude. You've got, you know, reality and stuff happening. Reality is a weird habit of not wanting to wait for people. There we go. Wow, Twitch is broke. Oh god, what's happening? Don't say the painful words, Alex. What's gone wrong? Stream just jumped from leaving the field to now. GG. You gonna do it if the stream's over? Yeah. Hey, Paul. Just FYI, I may take a short break at 6. And by short, I mean approximately 8 minutes or so. There is a rocket launch planned. And I need to grab my phone to get the latest info on that, actually. Please hold while I check rocket information. Rocket information page, go. This one. Bell minus 28 minutes. Okay, so let's do this and this. Oh, go away, TikTok ad. I care not for TikTok ad. Skip the TikTok ad. And that up full screen on my phone, which is going to sit on my keyboard. There we go. Have I seen the Jofa? No, and I'm slightly concerned. No, he said. In a manner showing Alex that he's slightly scared by whatever it is Alex has planned here. So far, no updates on the F12011 mod. Fair enough. See, if I stack up the silage, then we're at least a bit more ready for really getting the cows going. It's interesting to me. I'll check after the stream, Alex. I have a live stream up on my phone at the moment because there's a rocket launch happening in 25 minutes 40 seconds. It's the one that I've been looking forward to all weekend. Because it was meant to go off on like Friday. Oh no, it was meant to go off Saturday, but the radar broke. I need to, like, do maintenance on basically all of my tractors. They're all a touch broken at the moment. There we go. I was in no way happy about being asked to lug silage around, but did it regardless. I am liking the Teletruck. I've also made a decision about what baler I'm gonna get, by the by. Because, not gonna lie, kinda wanna use the D1000. I kinda think having a giant stock of D1000 bales would be better than having a small stock of Hestons. A bale is a bale. Yeah, but like I'm talking about size-wise, yeah, it's not just not just like, oh, I want this bale specifically. Then again, these ones are quite good. I'm just gonna keep the baler I've got for a while. Screw it. I don't wanna play bale juggling again like I did in 19 for a period. We'll just keep the baler we've got. There we go. That went surprisingly well. The overall volume of hay wouldn't change anyway. Yeah. Plus with the amount that the cows need, I don't think it matters too much. Like, I think the Heston in the long run will actually be a better option, but for now, I've got a baler, I'm going to use that baler. Where did I put the mowers? There. Because the cows are going through hay significantly faster than I'd expected. So I figure let's make the most of what we got here. Okay, Are you still working? Yes. Let's make the most of what we got. We got a giant field over there in the production area that I'm doing nothing with. So, like the shop UI? What's wrong with the shop UI? Legit question. Oh, do you mean like the shop UI not showing lease prices? Because that would be nice. It would be nice to know in advance how much something's going to cost to lease. Faffin is occurring. There we go. So, right. Still kind of down there. Fantastic. I'm gonna make excessive amounts of hay today. That is the plan. It'll be working out if I remember to lower the front mower. Servius the Bear, hello. Good afternoon from Ireland. There we go. So this is going to take a little while, but I'm going to need an excessive amount of hay for the cows anyway, so it's not the worst idea. Don't get me wrong, it's not a good idea, but it's not the worst idea. What map am I on? Calmsden Farm by Oxygen David. Give a shout out to your son Noah. Hey Noah. Hey Lou. I'm not good at shout outs. I'm bad at shoutouts. There's a reason I don't generally do them. It's like awkward hello. Can I get more resolution on my phone, please? Oh, that's why I can't see squat. It's in 240p. No, give me 1080. Now I can see. Better too much hay than not enough. That's kind of my plan here. Yeah, I'm gonna have more hay than I'll need. And I'll probably start storing it in the shed that I've set aside for hay up here. Or the half shed that I've got set aside for hay up here. Because, like, at least by doing this, number one, I'll have excessive amounts of hay. Number two, ooh, that's a cool view. Number two, I'll get this area cleaned up. Number three, I kind of want to use a grass roller. See what they do. And I figure an area where I don't really mind if all the grass is killed off, because I'll be buying more fields soonish anyway. I figure that's a good area to test stuff like that on. So, do I have a grass roller? Actually, this, yeah, weeders, mowers, rollers, that's upper soil. No. It's under grassland care. Oops, wrong button. Grassland care, please. Actually, let's just stop you for a second. Grassland care, please. Yeah, one of these. And two of these. If we're gonna roll right. With an actual roller. Right, so we'll do 2 headlands because I'll need a headland going the other side of the shops and stuff. Roll grass. Yeah, Servius, it's a thing that is done in real life. And I'm not 100% sure of the reason. I'm not a farmer, but logicking it out, it is to basically crush the remaining grass down so that it grows better for the next harvest. And it also, the grass that you haven't picked up for whatever reason, it'll mush that into the ground too, so it'll compost a bit faster and a bit better. What it also does is, this is one of the very few cases you want this, it actually compacts the ground down a bit, because you kind of want a tight bed with grass. It's something to do with breaking the stem of the grass. I figured as much. Never did rolling, still learning. I'm learning pretty much every day, Servius. That, I mean, you can't know everything day one. You can't know everything day 100, even. If you're not learning, you're not doing something right. Nope, they're in a hold. Sorry, if you're wondering why I'm making bizarre comments that make no sense for the game, I have my phone on my keyboard in front of me and I'm actually watching a rocket launch at the same time. Because I didn't want to, like, not stream today, because the launch is at a really inconvenient time for streaming for me. And I also didn't want to, like, not watch the launch, because this is a rocket that in the past has come off the pad sideways. Rocket launch? Yeah, NASA space flight on YouTube, all one word. They're covering the Astra LV0008 launch. With it's a payload called Alania, which stands for, I can't remember what it is, but it's a bunch of small satellites going into low Earth orbit. And Astra's last launch, save one, the second to last launch they did, an engine failed immediately. And the guidance system, the guys who designed that must be very pleased, because the rocket not only didn't explode immediately, but left the pad sideways and then started going up. It was the most insane launch I have ever seen. And I've watched hundreds at this point of rocket launches. Like, I try and catch every launch live if I can. Even if it means having my phone open or on in front of me while I'm streaming, I'll still try and catch a launch. What is the hold for? Is there any... No, there's no explanation for the hold just yet. Probably wind. Go back. Bye, Steam fan. Kind of thinking now that maybe just doing this half of the field, as big as it is, might be a good idea. Also, I will reveal one of my longer term plans on this map. I want to get the big M, because if I'm doing as many cows as I can, which is probably going to be like letting it get to the maximum, which I believe is 100, and then selling down to 80 once the cow price is good. I'm saying however many once the cow price is good, then yeah, I'll need a lot of hay and silage, and the best way to do that is with the big M. So what's quit work? The McCormick house. Why have you stopped? Oh, because you're actually finished. Good God, a hired worker actually quitting because you're finished. The hired workers on this map sometimes go off on weird tangents and decide to do like bits of the field multiple times, so I am a bit aggressive with them when one of them says they're finished work. I do not trust the hired workers. I had the Valtra taking stones out of field 2, and like it just kept doing the same bit of the field. You've not used workers yet. They're very handy service for if you're new to farm sim. Guessing you might be. They're very handy for just doing the tedious jobs, like if you stick around here for a while, or if you've been around for a while, you might spot that, generally speaking, I use the workers for ploughing. Ploughing, cultivation, quite often seeding just to get the bulk of it in, and then I'll do some finishing touches. Rolling the ground like what the John Deere's doing right now. Use them being mental. Yeah, they're improving, but they're still stupid. Does anybody knows like what kind of state Courseplay is in now? Like as of the last time you checked, ideally within the last week or two, because I'd like to get Courseplay doing work on this map, but I am aware that it seems to be in the process of being redeveloped from the ground up. go. So, yeah, I did do a couple of hours of off-camera stuff last night on this map. I probably won't do any tonight, just because I wanted to play IL-2 1946 over the weekend, and it wouldn't work for me. I realized last night, quite late, what the problem was, so I kind of want to play that tonight. Actually, I might just start playing it after the stream, do some missions. In that kind of mood where I want to fly a fighter. I might try and mod that as well. Actually, modding it would be kind of fun. Get it to have vaguely modern graphics. Right. Is this field nearly done? Like, has the hired worker actually got the far edge? Bloody hell it has. Works really good now. Not perfect yet, but it works. Ah, you started Dying Light 2 yesterday morning. This is gonna sound weird for somebody who's on Twitch. I'm not really into, like, story-based games. Definitely not AAA games, anyway. So, like, the majority of the games that I'll play, if they've got a story, it's because it's part of the simulation. Because I am a big simulators fan. Like, IL-2 1946 is a World War II flight simulator. Oh, come on, you can fit in that gap. That's what she said. Right. There we go. Back to this. Thank you for that information, though, Rooster. Much appreciated. I'll give it a go in the next few weeks, probably. But there's no massive rush to try out Courseplay. Used to be FSP. With strategy of an RPG in Sims. If you were in strategy, then you might understand this sentence. I used to be silver in StarCraft. Played Protoss. Just did death balls. Didn't turtle too heavily, but I always death balled. Made life a lot easier. Welcome back, Steve Fan. You preferred Zerg Returns? I started off playing Terran, and like, I enjoyed Terran, but Protoss just had something a bit extra. I hated Zerg. Hated playing Zerg because my queen play was terrible. I kept forgetting to inject the hives, so my Zerg play was just atrocious. Turtle annoyed folk for slapping them. Yeah, I kind of did that myself. Like, Turtle while allowing them into your base, but also like have enough units to defend, and then unveil the death ball. Rooster streaming, cheers for the follow. By the way, if you've been on YouTube and you've watched a premiere, is this the same music they use? This sounds very similar to the YouTube "a premiere is about to start" music. That said, I don't watch too many premieres on YouTube, so I could be horrifically wrong. I tend to want to watch videos as videos, not as live streams. It's like, oh, you've clicked on this video 5 minutes after it started premiering. Here, we're 5 minutes in. No. Want to watch videos from the start? Thanks, YouTube. You always forget premieres. I never bother with them. Like, if I see a video's going to premiere, I'll just say, okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it later that evening. If I want to watch something in a live format, I'll throw on a stream. Not a YouTube video. Speaking of as live formats, I do need to put up the VODs from last week and get caught up again because I'm very bad at that. They'll be going up starting at the end of the stream. Got YouTube videos, that's it. Yeah, I don't mind like watching back streams on YouTube. It's just pre-recorded short stream. Yeah, but pre-recording a stream kind of defeats the purpose of it. Like, okay. There are situations where I think premieres are fine, and that's for, like, big reveals. So, like, F1 car unveilings. That's... I say that and I get a... I love this. I'm talking about premieres. A notification just popped up on my phone saying one of the channels I follow on YouTube is premiering a video. And it's just a random-ass video. But I don't mind them when it's like a reveal, so like I follow Formula 1, so that the car reveals, they're fine as premieres. Because, like, it makes sure that there's no weird production botches. Like, it's still awkward as hell, but less production botches. Yanis, you've got your little calendar of when reveals are on. When is the... No, they started the count up again on the rocket launch and paused after 2 seconds. When's the next car reveal? Is it tomorrow? I was thinking for like... It was a thing for a couple of months. Is that the Glance mod I'm using? It's not called Glance, but it's like one of the various inspector mods, and I'm using it the 9th. So Wednesday. When's the Golf McLaren being unveiled? Because, like, everybody wants it to be the Golf McLaren. It's probably the only team where... Actually, Golf is one of the very few companies, Martini does this too, where the racing community has zero issue with them having a set livery. Because Golf livery racing cars, yes! And the Martini livery is just as beautiful. The livery was tweaked by Lego. Ew. Rich energy. It won't be Golf. I can hope and then complain when it's not. Like, I would imagine, Yanis, it'll basically be their IndyCar livery. Leaked, you blind man. I said tweaked. I read tweaked. You said leaked. Legitimately read tweaked. Thank you, Alex. I deserve that one. Hang on, let me sort out the blindness. A Lego livery could be dope. A Lego livery would be dope, actually. Let me just... I'm cleaning my spectacles. Oh, Alex, don't sticker bomb the stream. Y'all can sticker bomb the end screen all you like, but try not to do it during the extra stream. Ah, it's all blurry, but it'll be fine. Oh, hey, I can see my phone clearer now, too. Maybe I should have been wearing these all day. Doesn't look like I'm... I know, that's why I said it. I wonder. Can I clean it better with my t-shirt than with a microfiber? Like, specifically made to clean glasses item thing cleaner. Yeah. Yes! Yes I can! Wonderful. Right, now I can actually see. I should mention, I'm not short-sighted, if you've never seen me wearing these before. I'm not short-sighted, I'm far-sighted. I'm supposed... technically, I'm supposed to wear these every time I'm on my PC. Or trying to read anything. These are reading glasses. PMI are no longer in control of the car livery and sponsors. If you've seen... Have you seen the pictures of the test they did with the... Was it the 18 car? 18 or 19 car? They actually had their new sponsor positions on that. And... no big green mission win now. It was totally not just there to look like the Marlboro logo. Put them somewhere again. I have two pairs, Servius. One lives downstairs, one lives up here. Just use glasses wipes. I should have like a box in here somewhere, but I don't. Tricolory on the white needs to come back. Yes. Also, proper burgundy. In years before when Fiano. Ah. But it did have the modern sponsors, Yanis. That's the thing. Sorry, I noticed there was something new written at the bottom of the stream I'm watching. Yeah, the rocket launch I want to watch is being held up by the wind. The overalls have new logos. Yeah. I kind of like the new Ferrari overalls because they... I don't know, let's keep it simple, stupid. Also, Yanis, is it just me? Is it just me, or do Ferrari seem quietly confident this year? Like, they've not said anything about the car yet. Usually by now they'd be harping on about how good the car is. Because they've been trying to hype up the car despite the fact that it's been a dog. Put them in your jacket. Oh, very good. At least you have them now. How many Servius? Here's a question for you, and actually anybody else who wears glasses. Here's a question for you that you'll immediately go, "Oh God, no." I know the answer will be too many times in advance. How many times have you guys looked for your glasses while they're on your face? Or taking your glasses off to look for them? Because, like, that's a way too common occurrence for me. All the time, graduate 9-1. Yeah. It's like, if you've never worn glasses or you don't wear glasses, you won't understand this. But when you wear glasses, you forget that you're wearing them. Your brain just tunes them out. Because as far as your brain is concerned, oh hey, you're seeing correctly now, good. I'm just gonna, tune out this weird little blur that's at the edge of your vision, and we're all good. The worst thing is my old glasses were a lot smaller than these. And those were the pair that I kept forgetting I was wearing. This pair is my full vision, the other pair, like, were in my periphery at all times. But I figured a bigger pair would be a bit easier for dealing with computer stuff. Hardworker A has finished their task. That's the deer. It's probably not got the full field done. Let's check up. Yeah. Dry eyes are horrible as Rex. Yeah. Everybody who wears glasses, Servius, has this problem where you forget you're wearing them. You got an astigmatism? I think I've got one, because, like, I've definitely got a lazy eye. My left eye is lazy, but I'm pretty sure I've got an astigmatism too, because I get the weird halos around bright lights. That I've read so many times is like a really good indicator you've got an astigmatism. I also have, according to my my optician, or my old optician, really strange eyes. Like my eyes, the way that it was described to me, my eyes are like rugby balls. They're just a really odd shape. Can't see straight. I can't do anything straight, Axe. I can see perfectly fine with my left eye. It's just really, really offset, so I get really bad double vision at times. Okay, you're just not gonna... You're not gonna work right if I try you like that, are you? Let's give it one more go, and if it faffs up again, we'll figure something else. You with perfect vision. Like, I've got good vision. I just have a few issues in my vision. Oh, so Yanis, could you send me the Lego leak? Sorry, the Lego tweak. All leaks are now tweaks because screw you. Right. Lego. Yeah, Lego leaked one of the this year's F1 liveries, apparently. I said Legos. It's, serious, the plural of Lego is Lego. Yeah, Buzz, I've got it on my phone. I am actually watching the stream at the moment, Buzz. I've got no commentary, but I'm watching the stream and trying to figure everything out from visuals. It's a very interesting way to watch a launch. Glasses on? Nice. You find your eyes dry out when the air gets too dry. Yeah, I've got a similar problem. The worst one for me is it's the most common reason that I put on my glasses. Is that I sometimes have days where my eyesight just says no. And I can't focus my eyes right, and when I do get them to focus right, I get a headache. So it's literally just a case of, okay, it's that kind of day, glasses are going on, and I'm gonna do work with the glasses on today. Also, if somebody wants to spend some NFTs on a hydrate, now's a really good time, because I will immediately honor it. Yeah. It's just like, I can see, but it takes a lot of effort to see. Tweak has been sent. Thank you. Also, thank you for pointing out to me, Yanis, that I was having a blind day. Posture check. I mean... where's the... This is apparently sitting upright in my chair. That doesn't feel right. I may have bent my chair. Hydrate, thank you, Buzz. Big old purple bottle. You go into coloring mode, this is not a screen. What? I've been sent a couple of things. Now's a good time to check them because Buzz is here and can shout at me when the stream is the Astro stream is getting interesting again, please. Benoit Williams' complete radio silence method delivery. I hope it's interesting. I hope they go back to like Canon style or Roth. Oh my god. Canon style or Rothman style, kind of. Is this out of 1458? Thank you. Oh, that is a 22 car, yeah. So you're coloring instead. That's not a bad idea. Right. Oh! My controller has fallen. It literally it fell and unplugged itself. Help. Help. Can't reach Google at the moment. Good. Oh. Yeah, worker D has completed their task. I mean, yes, but also no. Why is... Buzz? Oh. What's going on? Why is there so many Russians in the NASA spaceflight stream? Why are they being raided by Russia? They removed non-English chat rules for this stream. So everybody's decided to speak in Russian. Because that's for the official live stream for Russia. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but you can still say, hey, could you talk in English, please? They're revealing liveries for all the trains. Ah, they're revealing the same colours on multiple cars. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to seeing Papaya Orange on the Indy car. Or maybe on the GT car. Maybe even on the F1 car. Like, I don't get why they're doing that. It's like, we're racing in orange. It's like, imagine Ferrari doing that. It would be 6 hours of looking at GTs in red. Extreme E, Indy, Esports, and F1. Imagine if Red Bull went yellow for F1. I wouldn't complain, because I always liked the yellow team. I especially liked when the yellow team decided to be green and blue. Which... the race pointed that out on Twitter, and I was like... well, they didn't point out that Jordan had the 191. They pointed out the official colours of Aston Martin's sponsors are green and blue. At least that... Yeah, do you remember the first year they did that and we weren't expecting the fashion show? So it was just me sat screaming in was it the F1 chat or the motor racing chat? Just me screaming, I don't care about clothes, show me the car. And then being really disappointed the car looked crap. But everyone reminded I loved YouTube chat just chanting car at throughout the fashion show. Like, that was glorious. Like, I don't like how toxic F1 fans are, but I love when the toxicity, like, is just embraced to troll. Astra are now 25 minutes late, by the way, Buzz. Their launch window opened at 6. They were aiming at 6, and they've been delayed by 25 minutes so far. 26 minutes so far. It's wind. You can actually see it the way that the way that the condensation is blowing off. Maybe upper level winds too. Maybe a wind shear issue. Fashion show will be on the 14th. Ah! Oh no, Yanis, I'll have to give it a miss. Oh, what a shame. I won't be able to watch the F1 fashion show from AlphaTauri. Because, my sister's got the dentist that day. Which doesn't sound like an excuse, but I'll have to mind Flash. I'll be minding Flash that day, so I won't be able to watch it. Also, the bobsled will be on the Winter Olympics, and I'll be watching the bobsled. Bobsled, 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 bobsled. I was watching the luge this morning. I was very happy. I think the skeleton's starting up soon as well. I like the slidey sports, because they tend to have some spectacular crashes. Dude, don't worry, OSB. I didn't stream yesterday because I got literally 2 hours sleep the night before. I got 7 hours last night, so I'm still tired, still a bit behind on sleep, but not as badly as I was last night, or yesterday. I was falling asleep all day yesterday and tidying my room. Need to do the thing after the stream as well. Probably should have done it before, but oh well. I didn't watch Rock. I did not watch Rock, no. I saw some clips of it. I have to admit, cool idea bringing Race of Champions somewhere other than like a random stadium. Because, like, it's all well and good having it be in a stadium, but at the same time, it really disadvantages the rally guys. Bringing it out onto some ice gives the Seb vs Seb Loeb or Ogier. There's a no-fly zone at the launch pad. Yes. You don't want planes going into the area where something is about to be moving very fast, Servius. Rockets can't steer very quickly. Is there no fly? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there's always a no-fly zone around the launch pad, and it extends 15-20 miles. There's also a no boat zone and a very definitely no cruise ships Royal Caribbean zone. Sorry, just casually calling out Royal Caribbean for actually causing a launch to be aborted the other day because one of their captains didn't bother reading the notices to mariners and entered the exclusion zone for the rocket launch. Gonna guess he's gonna be a former captain real soon. Just getting the luge, you must be drunk. Going down a nice chute on a tea tray with skates pulled up. I mean, with the luge... with the luge, you're at least going down on your back, so you're going feet first. Skeleton, you're going face first down the mountain. Like, there is a level of insanity involved in that sport. There has to be. Right, that's the mowing portion of this done. We're gonna have altogether too many hay bales, and I'm gonna love it. Just cut across the field here. Oh yeah, the John Deere quit again. How far did it make it? Not very. Okay, I guess I'll have to do the rest of it. Let's actually stop this. Yeah, that's fine. Grab you. We'll do the rest of the rolling manually here. What job is the Deere doing? Rolling. To get a good seed bed down for the seeds. Because I need to send him into field 6 next, so... Makes sense for me to just top this job off a bit. I really don't like the sound the roller makes. Let's do a headwind after this, and then we should, in theory, be good. Actually, I'll need to get the other side of the field, won't I? Nope, we'll need to do a second headwind. I'll just call it good. Because we're only going to... We're going to lose a tiny bit of yield on a tiny bit of the field. So I think we'll call it good after a single headwind here. Downside is this is digging up all sorts of stones again. Once we have... Here's kind of the important bit here. Once we have all the rolling done and the hay made, I don't mind if I leave it out, because oh, I need to do this bit of field too. I don't mind leaving the bales out in the field, but once we have it made, we're gonna zip forward to January, I think it is. Yeah, the roller has in fact missed tiny bits everywhere, so it's fine. Is it January? Yeah, January for theoretically max price on the wheat and barley. Terminal count? Is my stream behind? Oh, it is. Thank you, Servius. Much appreciated. Actually, with this on cruise control, let's fast forward the stream. Service and Buzz. Quick tip for you guys. On your YouTube player, set the time to 2 speed. You can... When YouTube says the stream is live, you're behind. YouTube builds a buffer into streams. If you put ×2 speed on, you actually get more live than live. So you get a bit closer to real time. It's a little trick that an increasing number of people are learning about, but worth knowing if you're watching like a rocket launch or something, or something kind of time sensitive. I wonder if that would work with Premiere, so you could ruin it for everybody by just spoiling the ending of the video. Just if I've just fast forwarded and it's showing 12:39 now. So, we good. They still need to test out the deluge, I think. Buzz would know more than me on that front. I don't know if they've tested the deluge yet. Farming boy, hello. I'm slightly distracted by a rocket launch, but hello. So the interesting thing about the Astro rocket service, and possibly also Buzz, but anybody who's interested in rocket stuff, actually, rockets tend to take up a lot of space. Like the ground equipment and stuff to launch a rocket tends to be like a whole lot of stuff. If you look at, you know, Kennedy Space Center, that's not a small complex. Yes, NASA space flight with Farming Boy, Astra LV 0008. But Astra have decided to say, you know, screw having a butt ton of equipment. Their rocket can be set up basically anywhere in the world as long as there's a concrete pad there. And everything is moved around in shipping containers. And they only actually need 6 people on the ground to set up their launch pad and rocket. It's amazingly small, and it looks like an ICBM. I'm not going to say it doesn't look like a Minuteman missile. Farm Boy's off to the quiet corner to watch the rocket launch. You've got about 10 minutes yet. You've not finished your task. You've not even started yet. Oop, that one actually worked. Hope you enjoy seeing AI workers have completed their... the farm sim alphabet. F, J, D, J, A, I, J, I, E, C, B, AHH. I love the farm sim alphabet. F. A. HTA. Because I'm doing the headlands. Yeah, it's always the plan. Like, look at that nonsense. BBAEJ. D. G. FB. Somewhere in between, I would guess, Yanis. Honest answer. Because that had some weird angles, that specific part of the field. Should probably get a power washer at some point. Just to clean off my equipment. Go. That's still good, I see. I'm probably going to start storing more stuff up in that shed that I put the mowers into, because I realized that shed is quite large and it can fit a decent amount of stuff. Because then I can use these sheds just for the bales. Another 5 minutes. Miles out from Sao Paulo. Very nice. Make sure and fly over Interlagos, Alex. Which I think is very easy because it's quite close to the airport. Ginger hasn't been on stream. There's a reason Ginger hasn't. He sleeps. Ginger legitimately spends most of his time in the house asleep. Famous. Could you shout at me like T-minus 60 seconds? Because that's when things get real. Eat. There we go. That's when the real rocket business begins. Like, I am keeping an eye on it. Interlagos is completely other side of the city of the airport. I'm hearing excuses, Alex. Cheers, Servius. Much appreciated. Very odd seeing what appears to be a tanker driving past the rocket in the background. That looks to be an oil tanker or container ship. De-lurk, not de-look, farming boy. You tried. An attempt was made. Did not work. Mission failed. We'll come next time. You don't have to land at Interlagos. Oh. I think, Alex, that's got a timer on it. It needs, I think, 5 or 20 lines of chat to go past before it'll work again. Shouldn't have told you that. You're going to spam chat now to make it work again. Rocket's so small. It's a baby rocket. It's a small boy. It's adorable. Count continues. Worst thing is, I'm trying to flick my eyes down as little as possible to just check the time. And sometimes I look for less than a second, so I just see the one time. I was like, is there? Then I get confused and have to just stare at it for a second or two to make sure the count's still ongoing. Right, yeah, I maybe shouldn't have tried mowing over here, but that's fine. This will make things interesting when it comes to actually picking the bales up. Also, I should probably refuel this tractor because it's got 12% fuel left. Two minutes. Have you flown to Daytona yet, Alex? Or Indy? Both Indy and Daytona. Well, at Daytona, the airport is literally beside the circuit. And at Indy, the circuit is under final approach. They're back. Hi, it's Steam Fan. $60 seconds. So, Donington's the same. I must fly to Donington at some point. Thank you, Servius. Now I get to really multitask. Because I'm going to be watching the rocket, watching chat, and playing Farm Sim all at once. Seconds. If you guys want to watch the launch, it's NASA Space Flight on YouTube, and you've got 10 seconds to do so. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Abort. Abort. Do we have a reason for the abort yet, Buzz? It looked like one of the engines didn't light. It looked like they didn't get all the engines lit, to me. Bear in mind, I'm watching on a phone. Looking into it right now. To me, watching on my phone screen, that's literally at arm's length, Is this on multiplayer? No, this is single player. All of what you're seeing on up there under chat, or yeah, kind of under chat-ish, looked like a misfire. It looked like they didn't get all 4 engines lit. It looked like only 2 or 3 lit. So they may need to scrub for the day and check out those engines. Because something definitely looked wrong. And I would guess it was an engine issue. Round engine start, yeah. Now, it could have been that the abort was just at engine start. That was an auto abort. It was an engine problem. That was an auto abort. The rocket looked at the engine, said, no, this isn't right, and stopped itself. Was there an update in this map? Yes, it released on Saturday, oddly enough. So, quick note, by the way, there won't be a stream next Monday. For the simple reason that my sister has a checkup in the dentist, which wouldn't be an issue if it was the dentist in town. She's actually going for a follow-up appointment after a surgery she had. And the place she's going is in Cork. It's not the same dentist I'm going to in Cork, bizarrely. We go to the same dentist in town. We don't go to the same dentist in Cork. Yeah, she's getting a follow-up, and unfortunately that means that I won't be able to stream. And it's kind of an extra little thing. I can tell you right now, the first week in April, from the 1st of April for probably a week or so, definitely the 1st, definitely a couple of days after that. Ignition issue. Yeah, definitely the 1st, definitely a couple of days after that. I will be physically incapable of streaming. I'm getting an operation on April 1st, which is a lovely day to have an operation. April Fool's Day, glorious. But I'm getting a wisdom tooth removed, so I have been told to expect up to 10 days of pain. I'm not streaming if I'm in pain. I'll be straight up with you guys. Also, I'm using it as an excuse to quit vaping, so I'm going to be angry for like a week anyway. But it'll be a period of time, or at least a few days, where I will just be physically incapable of minding Flash. Yeah, I should probably put more fuel into this tractor. It's down to 10%. Do you guys think 10% isn't enough fuel? Dude, I don't mind getting the up. That's fine. It's just it's the several days of pain that would be an issue, and just like no, not streaming if in pain, especially if it's like, because it's gonna be in my mouth. Streaming could make it way worse. Comically and unfortunately for you guys, I'll probably also be talking with a lisp those days, so you'll miss out on vaguely camp sounding Dave, I guess. This is going well? Question mark? You have a high pain threshold. I do as well. Like, I can deal with a lot of pain and not be too bothered with it. Like, I'll know it's there and be like, ah, it's sore, but meh. Like, it takes a lot for me to take ibuprofen. When I've got a headache, it takes a particularly bad headache for me to take ibuprofen. So if ever I'm complaining of a headache and saying, yeah, I've taken some ibuprofen, that means it's what most people would probably call a migraine. Like, I don't like taking painkillers or tablets or anything, so I'll deal with a lot until it's like, yeah, nope, need help. Also, like, there's the issue of the cats. Flash is a bit claw happy. She scrubbed my hand earlier. Oh, she did break the skin slightly. Huh. She got me in the back of the hand earlier, and it was like, I could feel it. She got me in the she dug into my shoulder earlier, and that was painful. They work on me. I don't know if it's that my body just accepts painkillers really well, or that the placebo effect is particularly strong with me. But they help me. Kitty. Yeah, Flash, Servius, she is... Hang on. I have a picture of Flash. Bear with 1 second. She's a bit loopy. Like, she needs to be supervised basically at all times. I get her at night, so luckily a lot of the time I get to sleep. Some nights she decides no. Like the night before last, where I had trouble getting to sleep, and because I had trouble getting to sleep, she was sleeping away. And I got about 2.5 hours sleep, and then she woke up, started scratching at everybody's door, and I was just like, okay, I guess it's time to get up. And this was at like 7:30 in the morning. You two boys. I mean, there's also Ginger Servius, who is, I think about 8, if memory serves. He's a boy. He has been getting into a disconcerting number of fights lately, because he's a bit of an outdoor cat. Flash literally can't go out. Well, she can go outside. She can't be left alone outside. She bit the end of her tail off. Like, she killed the end of her tail. Straight up. And it fell off. And it fell off because the dentist, the vet told us to just let it fall off. So yeah, that was a fun day when she got up from the couch and the end of her tail didn't. So I was just like, oh, it happened. Although it was better than the days where her tail would wag and then the tip of her tail would flip over and back. Yeah. So there's Flash, there's Ginger, there's Spot, who I think is Flash's mother. I'm trying to remember the ridiculous family tree. They're hideously inbred. We think Spot is the mother. We're not sure who the father is. It may be Ginger, who is Spot's brother. And also uncle. Oh wait, no. Father. Sorry. All of our cats are inbred. It's... Yes. We don't like intentionally inbreed them. They're basically wild. Then there's Taz, who's the baby of the bunch. He's a few months old, and we have no idea where he came from. We were out building a new shed in the garden, and I looked into the hedge and I was like, there's a cat in there, and it's not one of the ones that I recognize. I was like, I told my dad, who's up, who's working at the on the shed at the time. I was like, is there a new cat in the hedge? We all kind of gathered around and looked, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely a new cat. We tried ignoring him so that he'd go away, because we have had excessive numbers of cats. But no, he decided he likes us, and his name is now Taz. He's mental, he loves attention. He's very much an outdoor cat, though. They're like, all the cats after Ginger and Flash are wild. So Spot's wild, Taz is wild. We also have a ridiculously fluffy white and ginger cat called Trump, who also just loves attention and is stupid. Do I live in a town? Yes. Well, the very edge of it, but yes. Also, we didn't need planning permission for the shed because it's not actually attached to the ground. It stands. We kind of... Technically, we needed planning permission. Technically, we would need planning permission for a shed if it were solidly on or in the ground. So, like, if we built proper foundations and built out of foundations. We've gone a different way about it, because it's literally just sat on some concrete blocks that we concreted into the ground. Technically, it's not attached to anything, so it's technically not a shed. Technically, it's a temporary structure. But there's also Gulliver, who used to be our cat. Like, we used to bring him in a fair amount. And then he went kind of nuts and evil. And I've not seen him around in a little while, but I presume he's still around somewhere. And Servius, just to give you an idea of the reason that we didn't want Taz to be a permanent cat that's around here, the highest number of cats we've had at one time was in the 20s. Because apart from Flash, none of them are neutered or spayed. So inbreeding happened. Something looks like it's going to be difficult. I want video of it, Alex. I want to laugh at you crashing the plane. By the way, if you are new, like, I think Servius is. Servius, you put in your first message today, so I'm going to assume you're relatively new. I mainly stream Farm Sim, although on Sundays and some Saturdays, if I'm not busy trying to do admin work that I couldn't do during the week, or just taking a break from the internet. 12 was like our happy zone. That was the number we had when they weren't horrifically inbred. Should mention, we started off with one cat called Tiger, who was actually one of our neighbor's cats, but they moved and he'd refused to move, so we basically adopted him. And then a wildcat just showed up in the garden. We felt bad for it and started feeding it. Completely unrelated, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, that was the that was the start of the cat collection. Seems like a lot of work for a cat. What, minding Flash? It can be, but, like, she goes through periods where she's particularly bad. She goes through periods where all she wants to do is sleep. And I have methods for making her sleep. She, can really conveniently, if you get mad at her, she sleeps. Guess who gets mad at every night? Or every night she decides she doesn't want to sleep with me for a bit too long. I also comb her, so she's lovely and soft and feels like she's been pampered, which she is. And I've got a little blankie to put over her. I also convert my chair into her bed. So that the chair I'm in now gets converted into her bed at night. I was saying on the weekend. Yeah, on the weekend, Saturdays, sometimes I will stream. I haven't done so in a long, long while on a Saturday. Saturdays and Sundays are basically my freestyle streams where I stream what I want, because, like, I like playing Farm Sim, but I can't play it every day. So, at the moment, Sundays are kind of Microsoft Flight Sim group flights. The next one is going to be the one that I had planned for this weekend, for yesterday, which is going to be from Sydney to Bathurst in Australia. The route is, if you guys, if one of you guys has Microsoft Flight Sim, wants to try out the route and join the group flight over the weekend. We did an impromptu one on Saturday when I was testing. It was great. Take off from Sydney Airport, Yankee Sierra Sierra Yankee. Hold out over the Pacific Ocean for a bit so that everybody can take off. And there's a reason for the hold. The reason for the hold is that we're all going to then go to the Sydney Harbour Bridge and fly under it. I'm going to be bringing the Twin Otter, so if you want to join, like, bring the King Air 350 or the PC6 might be a bit slow. This Caravan 208 might work, but it might be a bit slow. You want something that can do about 160 knots. So, actually, the Beach Bonanza would be a good plane to bring along. So we're going to go under the Sydney Harbour Bridge, do some sightseeing around Sydney for a few minutes, and then head off to Bathurst, where we're going to go visit the racetrack. We're going to go visit Mount Panorama. I like motor racing. I like Mount Panorama, so we're going to visit Bathurst. It's the entire reason for the trip, was I wanted to do a stream where I fly under the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and I want to do a stream where I visit Bathurst. And I figured out that I could do both in one stream, so that's beautiful, and I can combine 2 stream plans into one. You will want something fairly small, Buzz, because the Bathurst Airport doesn't have much runway. Alex apparently managed to get a 747 stopped on it, though, but that's Alex. For you, I would suggest something much smaller and much lighter, because you don't know how to land very well. And to get a 747 to actually stop, you have to land it in a very specific way. Will Spitfire work? Yes. You may have to throttle back a bit in the Spit. Spitfire, I think, can do about 200 knots. It's literally the same length as Jersey's runway. You see, Alex, the thing is, I'm not necessarily going to be using the actual runway in Bathurst, because I landed on the dirt strip that crosses the main runway, and it works fine for the Twin Otter, so I might actually just land like that. What I might do some weekend as well is Do an IO2 1946 stream. Around 200 knots it goes. Yeah, you'll have to throttle back a bit. I can get the twin otter to cruise at 160. 160, 165. Best to take caravan? Best to take like a... Beach Baron would work. The Diamond's 42 would work. Or is it the 62? Twin engine Diamond. The Beach Bonanza would work. Takeoff's going to be a pain in the neck. Does it massively torque to one side on takeoff, Farming Boy? That's not me trolling. That's a legitimate question. That's a thing that Spitfires were known to do. They were known to... They were known to torque to the right, if memory serves. So you had to... Yeah, Farm Boy, the solution to that, I will tell you right now. Throttle up slower. Throttle up slower, and as you throttle up, put in more and more rudder. Because what you want to be doing is like building the torque slowly and countering the torque as it builds. This keeps going wronger and wronger. Oh dear. What's gone wrong now? Have you had an engine failure, Alex? That, by the way, is something I'd love to see Flight Sim put in, is just random engine failures. Once the tail wheel's off the ground, you're flying. Why did they torque? They torqued, Paul, because let's say the engine is rotating right to left like this. Okay, you think about it, the propeller is going to be flinging. It is going to be flung to the left. So there's a lot of energy going in the left direction. Sure, it's also coming around the bottom, but it's the movement to the left is where all the energy is. So it's, you know, rotating counterclockwise, you're going to get a torque moment to the left, because that's the way the engine is pushing the plane. Those engines, yeah, it's the same reason your wrist spins with a battery drill. But aircraft engines in World War II, the planes were, by modern standards, very light, and the engines were very powerful, especially in fighters. So they had a habit of trying to spin off. It looks like are they recycling the launch? So they used to, depending on what way the plane was trying to go, or what direction the propeller spun in, they would torque to one side or the other. It's still a thing in single engine planes for the most part. It's also a thing in the Dash 8 Q400, because for some insane reason to have them put two, make both engines spin the same direction. The reason it's not a problem in most twin engine planes is they effectively mount one engine upside down. They don't actually mount it upside down, but they get two separate engines made, one that spins clockwise, one that spins counterclockwise. And the fact that they're spinning in opposite directions with the same power prevents that torque moment from happening. It's also why, if you look at like Russian bombers and stuff, kind of more modern military planes, the Bear bomber from Russia is a really good example. It actually has counter-rotating props. PC6 is the same as Spit. Yeah. The difference is, though, PC6 is a turboprop. So it's slightly more powerful than the Spitfire and a lot heavier. That said, the Spitfire, as good as the Merlin engine is, and it is still a good engine to this day, wasn't the most powerful engine of World War II in a fighter. The German fighters had more powerful engines, they were also a lot heavier. And the likes of the P-51 had heavier engines as well. Or more powerful engines, but heavier planes. Right. I'm thinking it's getting about time to wrap up the stream. So what do we have to do tomorrow? So tomorrow's job list is... get a hired worker to finish field 6. Finish the tedding, get the windrowing done, get the baling done. Pick up the hay bales, transport them to that shed there. Spitfire's faster than the PC6? Yeah, because it's designed to go faster. So this is going to be our bale shed. Half is going to be hay, half is going to be straw. There we go. And if we end up with a lot of silage, we'll possibly use like part of this shed here. But this shed is more likely to be storage. In any case, that is going to do it for today. Let's see who's live that I can send you fine folks over to. And let's send you guys to GD. I'm not going to be following you over. I have to take the stream setup apart. And I'll be back tomorrow to finish off the hay work. You can't see that problem. Thanks for watching. No problem at all. I'll be back tomorrow to finish off the hay work. Until then, stay safe. And, ooh, the raid's gonna work today. Wonderful. Stay safe, and goodbye.
Yay!